Hello, everybody, and welcome into Senior Living Live. My name is Melissa. Thank you so much for being with us. We are touching on a topic we have yet to cover on the show, macular degeneration. What it is, signs and symptoms to look for, and how you can slow progression of the disease. Suzanne Price is with us to discuss all of that and more. Suzanne, how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you, Melissa?
It's always a good day when you're on the show. Everybody learns something.
Oh,
So speaking of that, tell everybody why we like having you on so much. What's your background? What do you do for the Arbor Company?
I am a registered nurse. I've been with Arbor for 7+ years, and I travel to the different communities. My official title is resident care specialist. So I support the clinical aspects in each community. I train, I fill in if a director is not in the building, and I kind of provide that oversight down in the trenches, if you will, to make sure that those things we have put in place to provide best practice are actually taking place and taking place in the best way possible.
Yeah, you're our best eyes and ears when it comes to the health of our seniors within the communities. And you and I had a discussion about another topic, and you said, we need to discuss this. I need to have a show where we can discuss this topic. And I said, you know what? We haven't covered this before. I don't know why, but here we are, and this is going to help so many people. So what is macular degeneration, first and foremost, and what
Mhm.
does someone with the disease experience?
So I have become passionate about macular degeneration because I did not realize until recently when I was really looking into it. First of all, it's very preventable in terms of it getting to the advanced stages if you catch it early. But the caveat is in the early stages, we don't have symptoms normally.
Mm.
So it's that conundrum of then how do we do that? But let me explain a little bit about it. The macula is part of your retina, and it's called macular degeneration. What we're going to talk about is age-related macular degeneration. You'll see it as AMD, the initials, and that's kind of what you see everywhere. Approximately 11 million folks, seniors in the US today, have it. It is the most common vision impairment with folks 50 and above. And as I said, it is very much something that you can, as a person, advocate for yourself and monitor. So, what is significant about macular degeneration is it affects your central vision. So, you still have your peripheral, but like Melissa, I couldn't see your face. I could see the sides and the walls, but I could not see your face. Which, of course, when you think about, okay, what does that look like in our day? Driving, reading, just interacting in a way that you can see people and have that quality of life, hobbies, really anything that requires vision in terms of navigating throughout your day. That part of the eye is what controls that. And so when there is an issue there, we start to lose a part of our vision. And it takes a bit of time. It's over a few years. But as I said, in the early stages and sometimes intermediate, we have no symptoms. So if we wait till we have symptoms, we are very far advanced in that disease. And then our ability to really manage it has been curtailed quite a bit.
Wow. Okay. So when you described it to me as someone who doesn't have it, I'm trying to imagine what that is. You did a great job. Peripheral's good, straight on, maybe not so much. But if we're not having symptoms, and I'm assuming it's sort of a very slow, we
Mhm.
start to lose it very, very slowly, which is why we probably don't notice. So what are maybe some of the early signs, symptoms that we can be aware of if we don't have anything? How do we get this checked out to prevent it before it progresses?
Perfect question. Glad you asked it. So, the most important thing we can do, and this is non-negotiable. We need to see our eye doctor every year. And when you go, you need to make sure that you have the drops in your eye that dilate your eye. That is the exam that will show up if there are any issues with your macula. We sometimes go and have glasses fitted and we get the vision test and we look in, different magnifying to see what exactly our vision is. That is not the extent that we need. We need the dilation eye exam to test for macular degeneration. So that's really the thing that we need to do.
Okay.
If you go every year, you will catch it, hopefully, in the early stages. But the other thing you can do is something at home you can do every day. And I know you won't be able to see this very well, but I love this test, so I'm going to show what I can. It's called the Amsler test, and it's a grid. It is just a square grid. In the very middle, there's a dot. Every day it is recommended that you hold it about what I'm holding from you, Melissa, but you've got to cover one eye, because one eye may have macular degeneration and the other may not. And that's the other piece. Your one eye may be compensating for something going on with your other eye. So you cover the one eye and look at it, and then you do the same thing with the other eye. If there are waves in it, and when I say that, when I first looked at this, I was like, I have macular degeneration. We're talking significant waves, okay? So don't be scared if your paper's a little wrinkled. Then that is a sign. And it's actually, research shows that it picks it up pretty accurately with this in the early stages. So if you have any kind of difference in this, it's not you have macular degeneration. What it is, you need to make an appointment and go see your eye doctor. It could be something else. It could be something totally different, but it is kind of the litmus test for you to know, red flag, I need to go have this checked out. And that's called the Ansler, Ansler test. You can Google this. It comes up on any site. It's very easy to access. The other place that you can get it, the center that I tell everyone about all the time, is the National Institute of Aging website, which is a legitimate nonprofit site, which I like because we know the reputation is going to be scientifically proven and you're getting the most updated information. They have a whole section on eye health and vision. So that's a great place to go for resources.
Yeah, and now Susan's just made it to where nobody has an excuse. You can literally print that out, put it aside somewhere, anywhere, and maybe just once a week,
Yeah.
take 60 seconds to take a peek at it and make sure nothing's changed from the week before. So
right.
Yeah, I like simplicity, and that's about as simple as it gets. It doesn't take any additional time to do it. So, okay, so if somebody does have it, maybe they do that test and they're like, I got to go get checked out. They get dilated. The doc says, hey, we got a problem. What are some of the common treatments for macular degeneration that we're aware of now, and how can people at home or in an Arbor community ensure that they've got all the tools to slow progression of the disease?
Another great question, because I'm also passionate about eye drops and having those inserted correctly. So if it is in the early stages, it's kind of a watch and wait. And every doctor is different and every person is different. So, it's not really a blanket statement. You may be told you have early and they want to do the AREDS vitamins, or they want to do something. So, just know that that's going to be between you and your doctor. But a lot of times it's just watching it if it's in the early stages. Intermediate and perhaps early, there are some supplements called AREDS, AREDS. And what is cool about AREDS is that it is a long-term research, age-related eye disease study. And what they did is study our eye health over a long period of time, and they came up with the supplements that are needed to restore some of the supplements that we find naturally in our retina area to keep our eyes healthy that we lose over time. Our bodies will not reproduce it. We have to take it in. So AREDS, and I'm sure a lot of folks are familiar with that, or that rings a bell. It's AREDS vitamins or Preservision. So you can take it by mouth, and then sometimes there are additional eye drops that the doctor will prescribe. One thing that I am very passionate about, because I take everyone's vision very seriously, is that as I have observed residents instill eye drops, I've realized that a lot of times they're really not getting them where they need to be. And it's kind of running down, or it's just not hitting right inside that eye. we lose our fine motor coordination as we get older. It's hard to create that little pocket, take the eye drop and get it right in that eye and instill that drop. So that's something that our care staff will, as part of their administration medication, will include, and they will do it correctly. And we monitor it to make sure that everyone is getting the eye drops that they should. That is something that I do believe is probably not taking place as accurately as it should be and as consistently with our residents who are not in that supervisory situation.
Yeah. So when you think about it, it's, when people put in just normal eye drops and their eyes are normal, like Visine, or, they're getting like liquid drops for their contacts or something. We don't think about it needing to be precise when we put it in, but for this medication, that needs to be the case. And so I'm glad you mentioned that, because unless your doctor is very specific in telling you to do that, you don't know any better. So this is why we have you here. So you already gave us some great resources. And by the way, the Preservision and the supplement you mentioned, you can get that anywhere, right? Like Walmart.
I believe I've seen it at Costco. So I believe so. I haven't really looked all over.
Yeah.
And normally the nice thing is if your doctor prescribes it, then Medicare should cover that. So I always tell folks, go to the doctor, and we should be anyway, as part of this. So just have them write that prescription for you, and then you have it ongoing that way.
Perfect. Yeah. So as we wind down here, and you already gave some great resources for people to go to, any additional resources that you can give us that can guide our viewers, that could potentially help them?
Yes. Well, for example, there are some things we can do as a daily habit to lower our risk. If someone is a smoker, stop smoking. For many reasons. That's just one of them. Okay. Get regular physical activity. Kind of think heart healthy. It's the same as we will talk about. It's a vascular. We're talking about vascular health. Your eyes have a vascular essence as well. So we want to keep it very healthy. If you have high blood pressure, the more you can manage that, the healthier your eyes are going to be. Obesity is an at-risk factor. Here's a big one: wearing 400 UVA sunglasses when you're outside, because that is one of the risks for developing macular degeneration, is damage to your eyes over time by not protecting. Even on a cloudy day, wear those sunglasses. Age, of course, we can't change that, but there is a family history as well. So, ask, or you may be aware of it already. So, if you have a hereditary factor, you should kind of be specifically honed in on this and perhaps go sooner rather than later to get that baseline. Diet, a nutritious diet, green leafy vegetables are very helpful. And that is the big dietary focus that they say will help with the vision health in general and macular degeneration prevention.
Yeah. So all the things you're saying, it's all interconnected with our bodies. If you're doing all that, then you're probably doing yourself benefit, right? Throughout the whole, not just but for everything.
Absolutely. So, and we are really learning that the heart healthy that we kind of put in that little box of cardiac is a very holistic, it affects all parts of our physical and mental well-being. And so we really need to just focus on those daily habits that we all know, but we sometimes just haven't really put into practice as we should.
Yeah. Great tips, great information. Again, there, as you saw in this video, no excuses, guys. Get that sheet printed out so you can get your eyes tested every week or so, every couple of weeks. And then don't forget to get the eyes dilated at your next eye doctor's appointment. I mean, sometimes we all like to skip that because we've got things to do in the day. No, get it done, and then wear the sunglasses. I'm bad about that too.
Me too.
These tips are so fantastic. And these are things that you don't think about every single day, that you could be doing damage for the future, just for something you could take care of so easily now. So Suzanne, this is why we have you on. Thank you as always for your knowledge and all you do for the Arbor Company.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you enjoyed this video with Suzanne, or you're looking for more information, more videos just like this one, head on over to our website. It's www.seniorlivinglive.com. We've got videos all about senior living. They're available on demand, and the best part, they are free. Thank you so much for being a part of our conversation. Have a great day, everybody.